Okay, from your rack 1 node from prod 1 instance. Okay, this is your target database. Okay, from here, what is the first step you have to do? You have to take the backup of database. Simple. Backup of database. Then after that, the next thing is you have to configure the listener at your target database. Already you have configured the listener. Okay. Why you have to configure? Because at auxiliary terminal, by sitting there, we will issue the RMAN utility to connect to a target database as well as auxiliary. To connect to a target database, we will connect through TNS alias. That means it requires one listener at your target database. Then coming to your auxiliary terminal, auxiliary database side, what you have to do? The first thing you have to configure the P file for auxiliary database. Then after that, before to that, we will create some necessary directory structures. Create necessary directory structures. Directory structures like your data log, okay, arch, and your control log, okay, some to store that. Then after configuring the P file for auxiliary database, what I have to do is I have to configure one TNS name. Configure TNS name for auxiliary database to connect to target database. Then after that configuring TNS names, then what is the next thing you have to do? You have to start up your auxiliary database in non stage and exit the session. This is very important. And exit the session. Then after that, through RMAN, we will connect to your target database, the registry manager remotely at the rate of 2 targets, for example TNS alias, and your backup is information maintaining no catalog. Then after that, auxiliary slash. After that, we will connect to your RMAN prompt. There you should have to issue this command: duplicate target database to whatever the database name you have given the thing. And the main thing is, when you are cloning your rack database, it will throw one error. It's your internal Oracle software error. Okay. So to overcome with that, in your P file, you have to give that particular hidden parameter called no_recovery_through reset log. This particular parameter you have to give. Okay, it's an internal bug of your Oracle software and you are cloning your rack database. After it's cloning, you have to remove this particular parameter from your P file. Okay. Now we'll see that. Run your RDBMS environment variable file, export Oracle SID equals to, what is that? prod1. Okay. It's up and running, right? The whole thing. CRS that has something. Yeah, it's up and running. Then after that, I will connect to my database. Then after that, I will check it out my database is in RK mode or not. Because when you are going to take the backup through RMAN, it should be in RK mode. And whatever the archive it is generating, it should be there in your SRA. Okay. For that, what I am going to do is, I am changing your database into RK mode. It requires that it should be done in your single instance mode. For that, you have to make your cluster database parameter as false. Then after that, you have to stop your database. Then after that, you have to change your database mode to RK log. Again, you have to enable your database in cluster. Okay. I will give this here also. Changing database mode to archive. For that, the steps are: first, you have to make your cluster database parameter as false. Then after that, you have to stop your cluster database. Then after that, you have to start up your database from one instance in one stage. Then after that, change database mode to archive. Then after that, you make the cluster database parameter as true. Then after that shut down the database and start cluster database. So this is the changing of the. Then after that you configure the FR. Configure the FR to store archives in archives and backup pieces. Backup pieces in storage. For that you are going to configure this. How to do that? First, all the system set cluster underscore database parameter as false. Scope equals to, it's a static parameter for that. Scope is equal to st file SID equals to asterisk. That's done. Then after that exit from your SQL prompt through srvctl stop your cluster database. Database fnd prod. After stopping that particular database through one instance, you have to start up your database in mount stage. Then change the database mode to archive. Alter database archive log. Okay. Then after that you have to make that parameter. What that parameter? Cluster underscore database equals to true. Scope equals to st file SID equals to asterisk. Then shut down this database from this instance and you start your cluster database. How to start? srvctl start database fnd prod. Then from your both the instances, if you check that, then your database mode will be archive mode. srvctl start database fnd prod. The light key. Okay, it started your database. Okay, then after that connect your SQL prompt again and check it out here by giving archive log list command. Then it is enabled here. Okay, if you go to your rac2 node and there also switch your Oracle user, run your rdbms environment variable, export your Oracle SID equals to prod2 and connect your SQL prompt. Here archive log list. Here also it is showing enabled. Then after that what I have to do is you have to configure the FRA. For that what I have to do, you have to set these two parameters. For the system set db underscore recovery underscore file underscore disk underscore size. First you have to give the size. How much size I am giving? 5 GB. Scope equals to both. SID equals to asterisk. Both means current instance. Okay. It's set. Then after that all the system set db underscore recovery underscore file underscore disk equals to what is that plus dg1. scope equals to both SID equals to S switch. It is done. When you check now, just change it to a use DB recovery file. Okay, that is the configuration of your SRA. If you go to your rack 2 node and there also if you tell RK log list, it show use DB recovery file. Right? Then after that what I have to do, you have to take the backup of your collection database. From which node I am taking? From rack 1 node, from prod 1 instance. For that use your rman utility / no catalog. That is your backup pieces I am going to maintain in my target database control file. No catalog means. Right? Then after that I am taking duplicate target database, backup database. Okay, plus arclog. It will throw error. I think it will throw error. We'll check it out. Yes, it's working. It's taking. It's taking the backup of all the data files. Sorry? Yeah. Because it is there in your storage, right? For that it is taking directly the folder too. And after taking the clone of this rack database, it will be in your single instance mode. It will not be in your cluster mode. Then what we will do? We will migrate the same database to your rack environment. I will show you that. And previously how you are going to do the migration part? We are going to create, in the institute we are going to create the new database with single instance, after that migrating, right? Then we will see that whatever you have cloned the database, this only I will migrate. It is all for all the houses. No problem. Thank you. You have made me a coffee or tea. It's a big thing. Okay. So much of tea you will take now. English tea. Yeah. Okay, fine. Now it's taken the backup, right? Then after the next thing what you have to do at your target database, from this target database you have to configure the listener. Already the listener is configured. Okay, and at the same node only I am going to configure the what we call auxiliary. Okay, going to my Oracle home DBS directory I am going to configure. Before to that I am going to create the necessary directory structures. -t aux udum bdum cdum control data log arch. Okay, just close the bracket. It's created. Okay, cd aux, unless all the directories are created. From here you go to your Oracle home DBS and configure one tsal service init aux.ora. Then here you have to give your the parameters. DB name, what is the DB name? Aux I am giving. Instance name I am giving aux. Then control file or max size of 200 HA target equals to 200 then after that control underscore files equals to where that location what I have created E01 home in that aux in that control directory. With this name I want the control file. One is enough first. Then after that background dump test. Okay. Slash U01 home aux bdump. Then user underscore dump underscore test. U01 home aux bdump. Then core underscore dump underscore test. U01 home aux bdump. Then after that you have to give your undo underscore table space. Which table space from which node from which instance I am doing? One you have to give undo underscore management auto undo underscore retention equals to -900. Then after that you have to give compatible 10 to 01.0. Okay. Then after that these are the important parameters. db finally convert. What is the path of your data files here? No. Less dg1 dev in that data file. And here we are going to change to that /u01 home what is that aux data. Then log file name convert. What is the path for this? Plus dg1 dev online log. /u01 home aux log. Okay, and one other thing you have to give here is I have used the OMF. For that your temp file will be there, the directory plus dg1 dev temp file, where you should have to relocate to your aux data. Okay, then after that what is that important parameter that you have to give? Underscore no recovery through reset logs. Save and quit. Then after that what you have to do? You have to configure the TNS. For this go to your Oracle home network admin vi tnsnames.org and here you copy this prod1. Otherwise directly you can use this prod1 TNS alias. Okay, it is going to connect your database through prod1 instance. You can use directly that. Okay, when at the database creation only it will configure that. Okay, now admin target sys manager @ prod1 no catalog auxiliary / dbca. It's connected, but my auxiliary database is not yet started. For that what I have to do? Connect your SQL prompt. First I will check it out that Oracle SL is set for your aux or not. It's done. Connect your SQL prompt and you will start up your instance in no mount. And it is very important that to exit this particular session. And after that use your rman command. Previously what I used that. Okay, it's done. Motor. Okay. Then after that what I have to do? You have to issue that command. Duplicate target database to what is that name database name again in the P file off. Then it will do the work. But the thing is giving that error, fraud data file, the whole thing. That means you have given the wrong information in the P file. Go to your Oracle home, dbs vi init ops.ora. It's not dev. It's a fraud database, right? Fraud. Fine. It is done. For that again you have to shut down your instance and start up because it should be affect that particular value. Start up no more. Then after that you have to exit the session and again connect your RMAN prompt. Then duplicate target database to now it's work. Alhamdulillah. No problem. Yes. You have make me for the tea by taking your time. Thank you. Huh? Balla. Oh, sorry. Okay. Let's finish with your database. This is the cloning of your RAC database. If you want to check it out, by connecting your SQL prompt, you can check it out. Select name, open underscore mode, instance underscore name, status from $, database, $, instance. Hit the time. Okay. And the data files, if you want to check it out, name from $, data file. Okay, let's came here. Select name from $, control file. Okay. Select member from $, log file. Yes, done. The whole thing is done. Now, two, because what through one single instance only it is done, two regular. Now after that, when you want to clone this, when you want to migrate this clone database to your RAC environment, then the first thing is you have to drop this particular undo tablespace TBS2. Why? Because when you use rconfig utility to migrate this database, then what are the steps it will do? First it will migrate that, then after that it will add a new redo log group, spread of redo log groups for second instance, and it will create the new undo tablespace for the other instance. But here it's already existing here. For that it will throw error there. For that you have to drop this undo tablespace, and after that whatever the things we will do through our config, the same thing you have to do for this. Drop tablespace undo TBS2 including contents data file. It's done. Okay. Then exit. Okay, then exit. Now we'll see the migration part. For your migration part, what is the main thing that you require? Your convert to rack.xml file. This convert to rack.xml file will give the information for your rconfig utility that which database you should have to migrate to your storage. Then after that, to which this group you should have to migrate, and to which listener it should be registered, and the whole thing. Otherwise, manually we have to do this whole thing. Here, by using rconfig utility, you can do that work. Okay, migration of your. We are already having the concept. For that, I am directly showing the practical migration of non-rac database to your RAC database. Through how will you migrate that? Through rconfig utility. And for this rconfig utility, how it knows that it should migrate to that particular thing by having the information from convert to rack.xml file. In that file, you will give the information about that where you should have to migrate and which database you should have to migrate. Okay, then what the things it will do? Whenever it is going to migrate that one, first what it will do is it will migrate data files and control files to your storage. Then after that, it will add the new instance for your database. Then after that, it will add new redo log groups. Then after that, it will enable that enable public the redo log groups. Then after that, what it will do, it will create new undo tablespace for other instance. And then after that, what it will do, it will update the information to OCR file. It will only update the information to ORA tab file. ORA tab. Then after that, it will register with your listener. Then it will create the password files on both nodes. Then after that, it will start your cluster database. The whole the work is done by your config utility. Otherwise, manually you have to do this whole the thing. Okay. Then, how you are going to give the information? Just I already told that. Normally, in the real time, what they will do is, there is already the existing database, right? The apps database is there in one server. Then they will implement by taking 1, 2 nodes or 3 nodes, they implement the rack environment. Then what they did is, what they will do is, after installation of all the homes, they will create the listener, they will create the ASM instance and these groups. And whatever the database here you are having in another server, they will clone to that any one of your node which is there in your cluster. And from there, by using our configurability, they will migrate that database to your storage. Okay, this is the actual thing. Okay, first you have to clone that particular database. Already we have cloned that. Okay, for cloning that one from this particular server to your cluster node, what they will do is they will install one local RDBMS software. Okay, through that they will clone it. By using your cluster RDBMS you can clone, but we will not have burden on your cluster RDBMS software. For that, we will install local RDBMS, through that we will clone that, and through your config utility you are going to migrate to your rack environment. Okay. Then after that, what is the next thing now you have to do is, directly you have to configure that convert to rack.xml file and supply to your config utility. And where this config, the convert to rack.xml file will be there? In your Oracle home, assistance, sample xm, config, sample xms directory. Here your convert to rack.xml file will be there. Copy this to your home directory with name to rack.xml. Okay. Then yeah. We did not edit that original file. You take the image copy of that. Open that to rack.xml file. In that, you have to first change this convert verify. By default it will be S. What is the meaning of that is, first it will check that this particular database is going to is capable to migrate or not, and after that it will attempt to migrate that database. No means it will not check it out, directly to attempt to migrate. Only means it will only check it out. And what is your source DB home? The same thing. Cluster RDBMS, right? Home Oracle product 1020 DB1. Now that single clone database is also depending on my cluster RDBMS software only. For that, source DB home is that only, and my target home is also the same. Home. Okay. The same thing. The source database of that home is DB_1 and target also the same. And what is the database ID? Ops. Then what is the password? For your sysuser manager. I will configure that. Okay, manager. And my database is not using any ASM instance. Otherwise, I have to give that ASM instance information also. Then after that, coming to your these nodes, why you are giving this information? Depending upon the nodes, it will create the instances for your database. Then after that, what is the instance prefix you want? Then the same name. Okay. Then what is the port number you want? By default, 1521 is the port number. There it should be registered to that particular port number. And what is your shared storage type? How you are going to use your shared storage type through these groups? That is nothing but ASM. Okay. And what is your target database area? Nothing but this group, DG1. Then after that, your target flash recovery area. I did not want to configure my flash recovery area. For that, I am keeping blank. This is the addition part you have to do in your convert to rack.xml file. Okay. Save and quit. And the other thing I have to do is I have to configure the password file for your auxiliary database. Go to your Oracle home, DBS directory, ora pwd, file equals to ora pw. What is that? Ops. Password what I have given in that? Manager. Right? This is your password. Then port equals to what? It's done. Then after that, by using our config utility, I am going to submit to rack.xml file. And where the log file of this utility will be there? in your CFG tool logs or config directory in that or config.log. If you want to check it out, from here you can check it out. CD dollar Oracle, sorry. From which whom I use that from cluster DBMS, right? DB_1 in that CFG tool logs in that or config directory, TLS or config.log. It is invoking your rman utility, and through that it is going to migrate. First it is migrating your data files and control files. See, it's taking the data file backup copy. Non-ASM to ASM, I have shown that. First I have to take the backup as copy, then I have to where I have to take that backup copy in my disk group. Then after that I have to update to my control file that my data files are migrated to disk group. Like that it is doing. No issue. Package. See, it's adding your database instances and after that adding the logs. It's doing the whole thing. When you do this in your company, they will give one kick to you. Really. Because I already told that I have supported one guy who is working in Oracle Corporation as a team lead. I have supported at the night from 12 o'clock to 1 and 1:30 and the thing. He has done the whole thing. It's done correctly. The whole team given the prizes for him. Because it is the only thing, right? It will do whole the things, migrating, creating, updating, the whole thing. Shared book. It started, it's telling from so many months, but it started now only, I think. And yet they are not given the whole access again, because there the thing is they are installing the grid control there. Then after that they will use the enterprise manager to monitor the database. I will show you that in rack environment how to use your grid control. More contracts, yeah. When the money came, then he will improve it. He is not at, the partners are there. He is not the main thing. 3 partners, including him, 3. Huh? One non-Muslim, Shehbaz, and other service Muslim. Yeah. He will support the whole thing. Suhail is the guy who is going to support that. For Suhail sir will support if any problem is there. Previously I got that particular opportunity, but the thing is like for that I didn't work there. Where is that moving? Because no communication. He is having I will only go and bring that. Which treasure man doing khidmat for you? Lazy, yeah. Yeah. Mm. 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 Who? American guy. Starting that. After this, we'll see the adding and removing node, and we'll stop today. OCFS2. So adding upgradation is I will give the theoretical part. It will not done on VMware. Workload. Okay. That okay. The video I have to create that. I will create that and I will send you URL through email. Okay. There you shall have to download and you can do that. The operation succeeded. Operation succeeded. Then run your CRS environment variable file and check it out your statistics. Your aux database is there. aux1 and aux2. This is how you are going to migrate. Right? Then after that I am removing this information also, because when you are doing adding and removing node, then you have to add for this both the databases you have to add the RDBMS instance for your new node. Okay, for that I am removing this instance information. Yes, sir, first you have to stop your database. So fnd aux. Okay, it stops. Then a service detail remove database -d. Okay. I have removed that information and going to your Pora tab. And also I am removing this information. Here it's added to this also. I am removing this and keeping only prod. Exit vi/etc Pora tab. I am removing this 750. Okay, fine. Now we'll add the node. For that, you require what? The new node. How to add the node? First you have to maintain the hardware cluster. A new node should be there of the same operating system which is already having there in your existing nodes. And the 3 cards, HBA card, he came. I will go and come.